Welcome back to Good Day Las Vegas. Metro Sheriff Joe Lombardo joins us once again this morning for our Morning Cup of Joe segment. Good to see you, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, Sheriff, there's a really good statistic we're hearing about. Metro's Northwest Area Command recently reported a 24% decrease in stolen guns from the same time last year. What's behind those numbers?
Hard work. No, actually, there's a lot behind it. So, if you come back probably a year, I guess, 12 months, there was a big push, public relations push. There was a big education push by the commander out there at Northwest because we were experiencing an extraordinary number of firearm thefts up in that area. And I don't know why in particular to that area. There was a crew of burglars that were targeting up there. We got a lot of those individuals in custody. But the education piece was to inform people, hey, you're vulnerable. Firearms are a serious thing to be stolen from your residence or your personal property. Make efforts, do positive things to secure them. You know, put gun locks on them, put them in the safes, hide them the best you can. Show some responsibility with gun ownership. And it seems that education pieces work. And plus the help of arresting a couple crews of thieves out there. But so it's good, and that's what we try to do as a police agency. Whenever we become aware of a particular problem, we try to attack it, and usually it's successful.
Another sort of persistent problem in the Las Vegas Valley is the issue of human trafficking. We do hear about busts, we hear about arrests. There's obviously task forces in town that help with this issue. What more can Metro and other law enforcement agencies do to try and make more of a dent in human trafficking?
You know, that's another education piece. We've always had the proactive enforcement arms associated with that type of crime, and it's usually housed in our vice unit. But then it's become more important because of the size and breadth of the problem. So the federal government or the FBI and Homeland Security has gotten engaged in this particular issue where we've developed task forces to address the issue. So I think it's more education, like we do with the Homeland Security threat. You see something, say something. It's similar to human trafficking. There's probably somebody aware that an individual's being trafficked against their will, and it's important for people to talk about it and say something so that we can address it and look into it. And so I guess the crux of the question is education and informing somebody if you are aware of it.
So. Sheriff Joe Lombardo, thanks for coming in this morning.
Oh, thank you.
If you have a question for Sheriff Lombardo, you can, of course, leave it on our website, 8newsnow.com. Just look for the Morning Cup of Joe link and look for the place to ask your questions, and you can find out if they're answered every Wednesday.